Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a haul video, and I'm really excited because yesterday I went to Ulta and I got some new makeup, and so I figured I would go ahead and just try it out on camera today and film my first impressions of everything that I got. The only thing is that I got just mostly face products and a couple of brushes. I didn't get enough to do like a full face with, but I realized that if I use what I got at Ulta yesterday and combine it with what I got my Boxycharm for this month, that I did have a full face of makeup. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of combine my Boxycharm video for July and this haul video and show you all of the makeup that I got yesterday, and I'm just going to combine the two and do a full face of makeup for you. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to start off with something that I got in my Boxycharm. This is the Needles No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel from Dr. Brandt. And this is supposed to reduce the appearance of under eyes and make my under eyes like less puffy and less dark. And I've used this a couple of times before today, and to be honest, I haven't really noticed that much of a difference. So I'm not too sure if it works or not. But I will continue using it to see if maybe the more I use it, the more I notice a difference in my under eyes. I feel like I put too much on just now because I can feel it like kind of crumbling off onto my fingers, and so I'm trying to like wipe away all the excess crumbles. Gross. Alright, now I'm just going to prime my face, and I'm going to be using my Luminizer primer, and this is also by Dr. Brandt, and I really like this because it's luminizing, but I feel like it's also a little bit moisturizing as well, and I just like the way that it feels on my skin. For my foundation today, I actually picked up two foundations yesterday at Ulta because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to get more, so I decided why not get both because they're both so affordable. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and it says it's supposed to last up to 24 hours, but I don't know why anyone would ever test out foundation being on their face for 24 hours, but that's what it says. And then this is the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Makeup Healthy Glow, and this has a vitamin complex and cranberry water. And this one seems like it's a lot more matte. This one seems like it's a little bit more fresh and dewy, and so I felt like getting both of them, I'm getting two completely different looks, and so I felt like it was completely worth it. But I think I'm going to use the Essence. This is the one that I've been kind of thinking about the most, and I kind of want to try something that's going to give me more of a glow, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. So I also got a foundation brush yesterday, so I've been really excited to use this. I always use beauty blenders to put on my foundation with, and I feel like once I started using beauty blenders, I haven't gone back to brushes since. It's been so long since I've used a brush to put my foundation on with. I don't like using brushes with my foundation, but I think it's just because I haven't found like the right foundation brush. And so this has reminded me a lot of the Makeup Forever foundation brush that has a similar shape, but this one was like half the price, so I figured I would just go ahead and give this one a try. So I'm going to apply my foundation using this brush, and we'll see how I like it. So I decided that I'm going to do this half of my face using my new brush, and then I'll do this half of my face using my beauty blender just because I know how the beauty blender works, and I'll see if the foundation performs any differently on this side of my face using my beauty blender or my Real Techniques blending sponge. Okay, so I'm actually really surprised because I thought for sure I was gonna like the beauty blender side better, but actually I like the brush side better, and I can't believe I'm saying that because it's been so long since I've used a brush to apply foundation, and every time I've ever tried it I get frustrated and I just use my beauty blender instead. But actually the way that the foundation is sitting in this side of my face, I feel like it's accentuating my pores, and it's like sitting in my pores, and it's a lot more matte, and this side I feel like is a lot more dewy and glowy. So I'm actually going to take a little bit more foundation and put it on the side of my face to kind of make it even. So far I actually really like this foundation. I feel like it's so natural, but it also gives just a little bit of a glow, and I feel like it does exactly what it says, which is a healthy glow, and it's kind of like, it looks just like my skin, and it's not really settling into my fine lines or my smile lines as much as I thought it would. And this foundation was so affordable, and I feel like I like it a lot already, so that's a good sign. I didn't pick up any new concealers, so I'm just going to use my favorite of all time, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my face and my under eyes using this, and this I will be using with my beauty blender just because that's just my favorite way to apply it.
I also picked up the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Poreless Finish Airbrush Powder. So I'm going to be setting my face and my under eyes using this. And this brush also came with it, so I'm going to be using this brush to apply it to the rest of my face. I'll use a different brush for under my eyes, of course, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So that powder definitely mattified my face a lot more than I thought it was going to, which is kind of a bummer because I was liking the glow that the foundation was giving me, but I'll fix it with some setting spray at the end. But I don't know how I feel about the powder yet. I feel like that's something I'm gonna have to keep playing around with to see how I like it, because so far I can't really tell. I don't know if I like how matte it made my face, but I think next time I won't set my whole face using that. Maybe just like my under eyes or something, so we'll see. The next thing I'll be doing are my eyebrows. So I'm going to be using a product that I got in my Boxycharm, which is this right here. This is the Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. I've never heard of this brand before, and I've never heard of this product before, and I'm really interested, and I'm a little bit nervous to tell you the truth. It's a little angled brush like this, but I'm assuming you twist the bottom until, oh wait. Oh. I thought you like pushed product up through the brush, and I was like, how does that work? The bottom of it comes off like this, you twist it off, but then you have to like dip your brush way down into it to get the product to come off. Maybe I'm not using this right. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I'm using it right. Okay, so we're gonna try this, so wish me luck. I don't totally know how I feel about this yet. I feel like it worked okay, but I don't hate it, and I like the color. I feel like it matches my hair, and it's not too dark and it's not too light, so I feel like the color's pretty good. Just a little bit difficult to work with, but I also just really like my powders that I use every day, and I feel like once I find something that I like to use, it's hard for me to switch, so it's just okay, So for my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using another product that I got in my Boxycharm, and this is the Crown Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, which looks like this, which is so pretty, and I'm so excited to use it. This is the Fuego eyeshadow palette, and the colors are so pretty, so I'm so excited to play around with this. They're like purples and pinks and coppers, and I don't know, I just love it. So I'm gonna go do an eye look with this, and I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, and this is the finished eye look. I would say overall the palette is just okay. There were a couple of shades that I liked, and then the rest of the shades is kind of like, they're not quite as pigmented as I would like them to be. But this purple shade right here, this is what I have on the outer corners of my eyes, and I feel like I spent a little while trying to build the color up, and I feel like it just didn't get to a point where I wanted it. I was hoping it was going to be like a dark, like sultry purple, and I feel like I put layer after layer and it just didn't really show up that much, so
that was kind of a bummer, but I do like the lid color, and overall I'm okay with the way that the look turned out. And so I'm going to move on to the next part of my face, which would be bronzer. I forgot that I actually did pick up this Essence Pure Nude highlighter. This is a little bit too dark for my skin tone though. This is more like a bronzer for my skin tone. So I'm going to be putting this over my bronzer. So I didn't technically pick up a bronzer, but I picked up something that I'm going to be putting over my bronzer. So does that count? So I'll just be bronzing my face using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, because what's new? So hopefully this will add a little bit more depth and a little bit of glow to my face. So I'm going to just take the same brush and I'm just going to put that right over the bronzer. Okay, well I think I applied too much. I don't know if you can tell, but it definitely turned my cheeks gold. So I'm just going to take my sponge and go back over that. I do like the color of this. If I was to use it as a highlighter, it would be too dark. But I think maybe I should just go in with a lighter hand next time and a less dense brush. Whoops. So next is blush. I actually have two blushes. This one I got in my Boxycharm, and this one I bought yesterday. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush. This is in the shade Bashful, and it's such a pretty color. It's like such a light peachy pink, and it has a little bit of gold shimmer in there, which I think is so pretty. This is the one that I was planning on using today, but then because I put so much gold on my cheeks and my cheeks are a little bit shiny, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this blush right here. So this is the Note Cosmetics Luminous Silk Compact Blusher. This is in the color Desert Rose. This is like a nice peach shade, and I feel like this would probably complement my eyes a little bit better anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with this. Does anyone else ever feel like they struggle putting on blush? Because I certainly do. I feel like every time I put blush on, I put it on so splotchy and all over the place and too much, and I always have to fix it. Alright, and for highlight today, I picked up the Essence Pure Nude Space Lighter, and this is a really cool highlighter, but I don't know if it's going to complement my eye look at all, if I can even get it open. So this is like a white looking highlighter, but it's one of those ones that has like the dual chrome. It's like it looks white in here, but it has pink reflex in it. So this shows up more pink on the skin, and I'm not really into those colored highlighters at all, but Essence is so affordable and I love the Pure Nude highlighter that I figured I would just go ahead and give this a try. But I don't think I'm going to wear it just as my only highlighter. I think I'm going to put something on underneath and then go over the top of that with just a little bit of this. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight using my ColourPop Flexitarian highlighter. This is just one of my favorite highlighters ever, and I love that it's more of like a white color, and then I feel like the space lighter I'll put right over the top and the colors will sort of complement each other. So I'm just going to put this on the very high points of my cheekbones. I don't know if you can tell, but it really is pretty subtle. There's just those little reflects of like a pink, which is really pretty. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it is really pretty in person. For my mascara, I'm going to be using the last thing that I got in my Boxycharm, which is this Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. So this again is a brand that I haven't heard of before. So there's a few brands in here this time that I haven't heard of, so it's always fun to try new brands, and I really enjoy that. So this is the mascara. It's like in a little tube. It looks kind of like a lip gloss or something, but it's a mascara, so I'm just going to try this and see how I like it, and I'll be right back to give you my thoughts. Overall, I think that mascara worked okay. I feel like I had to build it up a lot. I feel like I had to keep dipping my wand back into the tube and like keep reapplying it until I built up the mascara somewhat. And even still, they're not quite as long and voluptuous as I would like them to be, but I'm not mad at the way they look. That just took a long time to get there, you know what I mean? And last but not least, I'm going to be doing my lips, but I don't have a new lip product, so I'm just going to be using my ColourPop liquid lipstick in the color Strut. my camera just died, so I just went ahead and finished my lips, and then to finish off the whole look, I'm just going to be using my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. That's it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed testing out some new makeup with me. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so, and I will see you next time. Bye! Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before, I don't even think I've done... No! It's like a big stifling... Okay.